A big change and challenge for me in my life has been to train my young horse, Amonet, and I'm not very experienced in horses. I was after a young horse, something a bit larger than my 14-hand high pony, that would basically see me through to old age. After a lot of research, my pathway led me towards one breed, and that's the Waler. I'd spent about 2 years looking at all different types and what might be suitable for me. So after a lot of phone calls and contact with the Waler Horse Society down south, I finally found a 3-year-old Greenbroke Waler mare. I arranged to have her sent up on a truck from Toowoomba to Darwin. So that was 18 months ago. And then the day that she arrived, it was on one of the most amazing, horrendous thunderstorm days I've ever seen in my life. When the driver opened the truck door, I swear she didn't put a foot on the ground. She just leapt off. There was a heck of a lot of horse there. I thought, wow, she's really pretty, but wow, there's a lot of horse there. So here I was faced with 16 hands of nearly wild Waler mare. I guess that her spirit and nature was carved into her from that moment on. Basically, I was terrified of her. I was terrified of her physically and mentally. She ruled me. She ruled me, my pets and everything here on my place. I didn't really know what to do, so I went back to basics and spent 18 months just trying to work with her in hand. Now, in hindsight, I can see that paid off, but that was one of the hardest times of my life. There was something in her eye that was still soft and still luring me towards her. But she was evasive, she refused, she did everything in her power not to do anything that I asked of her. Then all of a sudden something clicked in her little brain and she went, okay, it's time to move on. So this little incident happened after physically half destroying herself. But since that moment, she changed and we've become a team. All my life I've really been looking for something and I couldn't really put a finger on what it was. But in these last 5 weeks, when I finally put the saddle on and got on this horse, it's really been a pinnacle of happiness for me. Watching the transformation in her is nothing short of a miracle. She's really defined what I consider to be my meaning of happiness in a way that I never really thought possible. Having now got her trained is just given me a sense of peace in being able to see what she was like when she arrived and now being actually able to ride her.